Welcome, folks, and welcome to another edition of Nigerian Players Playing Abroad. Another episode that you can back on, taking account of what Nigerian players, Super Eagles players are doing or did in their respective club over the course of the season. We are doing this over the course of the season because the season just ended, and in the course of the season, we'll be taking every weekend. We'll be talking about Nigerian players abroad, talking about their exploits and what they are doing that weekend. Talking about Nigerian players. So this time around, the season is done and dusted, except the Champions League final. But we have Nigerians who have done extremely well for themselves. Talking about winning, trophies, winning laurels, and even scoring a lot of goals for their respective club, or even winning, getting that layer in terms of highest point for their club. So I will talk about two guys who finished highly with their clubs in terms of points ever. So, Ibrahim Olawoyin did that for Rosenspor. They were, first time in the history, they have a very high point. Kenneth Omeru as well, with Kasim Pasa in Turkey, feeling well, I think in 6th. And of course, they had their highest point ever in the history of the Turkish league. But away from that, let's talk about the biggest one, the ones that want something tangible for their club. Let's start from Germany. It's no longer news. We know Victor Boniface and Nathan Teller won the Bundesliga unbeaten and won the DFB Pokal unbeaten for Bayern Leverkusen. Good news for them. Victor Boniface had injuries, couple of injuries during the course of the season, but was still effective for the team, scoring more than 10 goals, more than 8 assists, and of course, he won the Rookie of the Season in the Bundesliga. And Nathan Teller is almost started as super sub. It was used effectively by Alonso as a super sub, and he did his own share in terms of impact in the team. So they won a double, talking about the Bundesliga title and DFB Pokal. And of course, by history, they are the first German side to win the Bundesliga unbeaten. Even Bayern Munich have not done it when it comes to winning unbeaten, talking about the title. Let's move to Italy. The mix of news coming from Italy. For Italy, let's talk about Ademola Lookman, which of course is the biggest scoring an hat-trick in the Europa League. The first African, the first Nigerian to score a hat-trick, to score a hat-trick in a major European final. No one has ever done that before. And this guy, Ademola Lookman, did well at AFCON as well. Did it for Bayer Leverkusen and for Atalanta, and ending Bayer Leverkusen 51 unbeaten run that night. And if seen in Italy, Simi Unwako have relegated with Salernitana. So unfortunately for him, who won't be playing. Maybe he can come up by maybe a club will sign him, but has got relegated with Salernitana. Talking about Simi Unwako, another Nigerian who avoided relegation on the final day of the season. Talk about the new guys, invited guy into the fold, talking about taking sabbatical of the Super Eagles, Maduka Okoye, avoided relegation with Udinese on the last day of the season. They had to wait, for other results before they celebrated, and it was a good feeling. And he has been a very key, member of the side after he was brought to the first team. So good news for him. Yeah, he's in form and is back with the Super Eagles. Let's move to Jordan. I know people will not know about this, but there's a Nigerian player talking about the former Flying Eagles midfielder, Abdul Ajagun, talking about him, playing in Jordan League. So they won the league with Al Hussein for the first time in the history of the club, and it's part of that history making. So many Nigerians made history this time around, and of course, Abdul Ajagun won the Jordan League with Al Hussein for the first time in the history of the club. Let's move down below and talk about the championship. Of course, we know Chelsea are about to sign the Leicester City manager. Talk about Enzo Maresca, and he was the coach of Ndidi and Kelechi Iheanacho when they got promoted. So good news. They won the championship. Talking about Ndidi and Iheanacho, and they are back into the Premier League. And again, still the Premier League through the playoff, Southampton are back into the Premier League, and one of our guys talking about Joe Aribo promoted with them, and good news, is back into the Premier League. Let's talk about Serbia. Peter Olayinka did well when he was at Slavia Prague, moved to Red Star Belgrade, and he has done extremely well for himself. 4 seasons, 11 goals, 4 assists, and he won a double as well, Serbia Cup and the title. Let's see what he's going to win in his second season. But when he was at Slavia, he broke so many European goals as a Nigerian, as an African. But this time around, he moved from Slavia to Red Star Belgrade, and he has won a double, scoring 11 goals and 4 assists. Still on the winning laurels, let's talk about Rafael Onyedika, won the Belgian League with Club Brugge, with cast on his left hand, and of course the part of the Super Eagles squad as well. Still on winning, let's talk about the MVP of AFCON, talking about Truth Ekong, who won the Greek League with PAOK in Greece. And lastly, from Nigerian players abroad, talking about winning titles, winning laurels, and putting themselves on the map. Let's talk about Romania, where we have Philip Otele finished as highest goal scorer in the Romanian Super League with Cluj, with CR Cluj in Romania. So Philip Otele, finished as the highest goal scorer in that league, talking about Romanian League, with CR Cluj in Romania. So that's all we can take on our players, talking about Nigerian players playing abroad. We'll be doing this every week so that we'll take account of what the Nigerian players, the Super Eagles players are doing in their respective club, either scoring goals, either getting, winning, man of the match, or winning player of the month, or even getting red cards in some games. So we're going to be talking about taking account of what they're doing for their respective European clubs. So that's what we do. That's where you have to be. You have to be on this platform talking about Buja Dissect and get all our accounts talking about Nigerian players playing abroad. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notification button at Buja Dissect and get our videos as they drop. Like you guys know, my name is Sulaiman Adebayo. Football fans call me Puja. Like I always say, the higher the risks, the higher the expected return. May our ticket be green. Bye for now.